All right, folks. I'm out here on this rough day with my grandson, Finn.
Yup.
And we decided not to go offshore, and it was probably a good thing that we didn't, simply because it's pretty windy. But we've caught a couple of groupers so far, a couple of grunts. I haven't fished the bay in forever. And my grandson seems to think that he can beat me. And I don't think that's going to happen. But I can't smack talk him too much, simply because he's taller than me now. He's not bigger than me, he's just taller than me. He has a way to go to get bigger than me. So we'll see what happens today. We've already, like I said, we had to move one spot. I was fishing on the middle of the ledge, and we weren't doing well. He's a monster. So we decided to go out to the middle of the channel, and the bite's been pretty decent out here. So we'll see what happens. Finn, you were supposed to catch a fish during that time.
Well, my bad.
Did you already lose your bait?
No.
No?
They're just, I don't know if they're eating the threadfin or not.
I just caught one on the threadfin.
Wait, what? Oh, I don't have a bait.
If you're not getting hit, you don't have a bait. So I had mentioned the spot that we're fishing.
Oh
Now I want to show you what it looks like on the fish reveal compared to what it looks like on the
Well, guess what? I'm about to
on the Navionics. As you can see, there's a ton of rocks in this area. You can see it very well on the fish reveal, but you can't see it on the Navionics. And I can't tell you how many times offshore or even inshore in here in the bay that I can find individual rocks or small rock piles compared to what I can't find on the Navionics. So having that fish reveal can, especially if you're offshore, you can get set up on the individual rocks, and we've done extremely well when we've been able to do that. Now, we both sent down a whitebait at the same time, and I got one little hit, and that was it. Sent down this threadfin, and they immediately ate it. It is weird how different, or how much difference a bait can make. Even though they look a lot alike, they're totally different. I don't know if it's a smell thing, a taste thing, or what, but they're definitely... What are you looking at, Finn?
The camera.
Finn, what are you doing over there?
Feeding the fish.
Red grouper. That one actually ate a whitebait.
Oh, it did?
Huh?
That was a whitebait?
Yeah.
Oh.
Be over there?
Yeah, probably. He's even
Oh
smaller.
my Lord. That's embarrassing right there.
I'm catching the whole family. Oh my God. I think Reese's first grouper was bigger than this.
That's embarrassing. Catching dinky snapper. Catching dinky
Grouper. That was the size of the snapper.
Yeah. Come on, Fister, don't let him kick your butt. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, no!
He broke
You
off.
suck again.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
That was actually...
Shut down the bite. I'm going to have to come over there and fish.
That was a big one, though.
That was a growed one.
That was not Lil Ricky. That was Lil Ricky's grandpa. I told you I was going to get to grandpa one day.
And I was just about to say, let's move.
Not yet.
No, we're not moving
No,
yet.
let me throw one more out.
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah, come over here to my spot.
I am. You know why?
Because I'm catching all fish.
The tide changed. Or the tide's coming in now, so my bait's going underneath the water.
Oh.
Or underneath the water. Underneath the boat.
I'd hope it's going under the water.
Shut up. So now I'm just going to come over here and fish in Finn's spot. This tide's starting to pick up, and typically, folks, I always talk about, especially fishing inside the bay. I'm not a big fan of fishing when the tide's running pretty decent and the tide's starting to pick up. So I told Finn, I said, we'll go to some shallow water spots that I've got, see what's in there, see if we can't chum some grouper or snapper or something up, and see what we can catch. But the bite's been pretty decent this morning. Finn just probably shut it down because he lost that big one, but...
Well, you haven't caught a big one either. You've caught little ones, and that one medium one.
We're slapping the... That felt like a snapper right there. All right, folks, so Finn and I bounced around a lot. The tide started ripping in, so we stopped fishing in the channel, and we went up and we caught some flounder, we caught some trout, tried a couple different places. Shallow water grouper didn't do well there at all. So the tide is starting to slow down just a little bit. We're coming into a major feeding time. We're starting to catch fish. I'm getting hung in structure. But this bite should go off pretty good. So we're sitting over an area that's got individual rock piles. You can see it on the fish reveal, but you cannot see it on the Navionics. So it's pretty detailed. We've been able to drop down to 1 1/4, and we were using 2 ounce before. We've got Huggies in 2 ounce, and Finn was using a ball jig. I think he was using 3 ounce, and I think it was just a little too heavy. So I told him to drop down to 1 1/4 because I'm able to get to the bottom with no problem. That tide is starting to slow down, so these fish are starting to eat. On days like this, I would have done exactly what we did today, is catch the slow part of the tide and then go inside and fish the structure, or fish inshore. And then once the tide started to slow down again, go back and fish grouper and snapper. So it's nice because you can do a lot of different things when you're fishing inside the bay. Folks, I don't know how long you've been watching. I know some of you have been watching almost since the very beginning. But last night we were going through a bunch of videos that had Finn in it, and how much he's grown up over the years. And it's kind of cool, even though I'm not with him all the time, to have those memories, to go back and watch him and how he's progressed. And now he's not looking down at me, he's looking right at me in the eyes. At 12 years old. His dad is 6'4", and the doctor told his dad that he's gonna be a lot taller. That's all I need. I used to smack him around a lot just for fun, and I'm still got the weight on him, but I don't have the height on him. One thing you want to learn too is when that tide's moving like this, and if you pick up your bait off the bottom, you want to let more line out so the bait gets back to the bottom, because if you don't, that bait's going to sit up in the water column and they're not going to eat it. Shh. Come on, man. At least you caught something. Was it like 17-9 now? At least you caught something.
And my bait is alive still, and half his face is gone. My bait are different. Check that thing out. Look at that. Ooh, that's a raptor grouper, man. Oh, whoa.
Oh, jeez. Lordy.
That is the smallest one all day.
I don't know. That other one you caught was pretty darn small.
Joes are pointy.
Of course they are. Oh, Lord. You about to catch another monster? Like the one you caught before? Yeah. That dink. Folks, one thing you'll notice on where my boat is sitting, I'm actually up above the structure itself and letting the bait go back to it because the tide is running. If I was to be over the structure, our baits would go away from the structure. So when fishing in the bay, you kind of want to be away from the structure, fishing towards it and letting the tide work with you. Right now what we're doing is we're taking these Huggies 1 1/4 and hooking them right in the belly. Just like that. Sending them down. Oh, Lord. He's almost as bad as Chad. Except for Chad doesn't care if the cameras are there or not. I can tell you one thing, that it was breezy inside the bay, but I've been watching the buoy out of Egmont at 15 miles and it was 1.3 almost all day long, which kind of stinks because it was supposed to be a lot more than that. Oh my God, he's got one. And he got busted off.
Be quiet, that was a big one.
That was the earth.
Actually, it wasn't. The earth does not run. That earth was taken in the left.
Whatever.
That hurt.
No, it's not.
Shoot off my name.
That's a respectable one.
That thing ripped off the lead.
That's a respectable one. Again, folks, if you don't pay attention to minors and majors, I highly recommend it.